Welcome to Law Story. In today's video, we will be beginning a new journey into the mysterious world of the Knights Templar. In this first episode, we'll discover how a handful of knights transformed from poor pilgrims' protectors into one of the most powerful and feared orders in history. Their rise began in the deserts of the Holy Land, forged in blood, faith, and unshakable devotion. We begin in 1099 after a brutal campaign. Crusaders captured Jerusalem. For the first time in centuries, Christian control was established over the holy city. But with the conquest came a new challenge. Thousands of pilgrims poured into the region, eager to walk where Christ had walked. The roads to Jerusalem, however, were dangerous. Bandits, raiders, and hostile forces preyed upon the faithful. Many were robbed, enslaved, or killed on the journey. To solve this problem, a group of knights would take up arms, not for wealth, nor for personal glory, but for God. In 1119, a French knight named Hugues de Payens, along with 8 companions, swore an oath before the Patriarch of Jerusalem. Their mission was clear: protect pilgrims along the treacherous roads. They called themselves the poor fellow soldiers of Christ. They had no riches, no lands, and no armies. Yet destiny would soon raise them from obscurity to become the most formidable military order of the medieval world. The King of Jerusalem granted them quarters on the city's Temple Mount, the sacred site believed to hold the ruins of Solomon's Temple. From here, the knights gained their name, the Knights of the Temple, the Knights Templar. Their seal, showing 2 knights sharing a single horse, reminded the world of their poverty. Yet soon, the symbol would represent far more: unity, sacrifice, and absolute devotion. The Templars were unlike anything Europe had ever seen. They combined the discipline of monks with the ferocity of knights, bound by vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. They lived lives of prayer, fasting, and humility. Their code of conduct, known as the Latin Rule, was strict. It governed how they ate, how they dressed, and even how they fought. They were forbidden to retreat in battle unless outnumbered 3-1, and even then, only with their commander's permission. To fight for the Templars was to fight to the death. The Templars might have remained a small band of warriors, but in 1129, their destiny changed. At the Council of Troyes in France, the Catholic Church formally recognized the order. Soon after, Pope Honorius II granted them extraordinary privileges. They answered only to the Pope himself. They were free from local laws, taxes, and even the authority of kings and bishops. No other knights in Christendom wielded such freedom. With the blessing of Rome, their rise could not be stopped. Across Europe, nobles eager to support the Crusades donated land, castles, and wealth to the Templars. For many, it was also a way to cleanse their sins. To die a Templar was to die in God's service, and the order's reputation for holiness attracted the devout and the ambitious alike. From Spain to England, from France to the Holy Land, the Templars spread rapidly, building fortresses, commanderies, and training grounds. Their network stretched across Christendom, uniting East and West under one symbol: the Red Cross upon a white mantle. The Templars were not just monks, they were shock troops of the Crusades. In battle, they fought with unmatched discipline, charging in tight formations of heavy cavalry. Chroniclers described them as fearless. their faith unshaken, even when outnumbered. They were often placed at the vanguard, the front lines where fighting was bloodiest. Their reputation was simple: a Templar did not retreat, and their enemies, from Saracen warriors to rival lords, learned to fear the Red Cross on the horizon. By the mid-12th century, the Knights Templar had become more than protectors of pilgrims. They were guardians of Christendom itself. Their castles dotted the Holy Lands. Their influence stretched into the courts of kings, and their devotion to their cause made them symbols of purity, faith, and divine protection. Yet their story was far from over. As they grew in wealth and power, so too did the myths, secrets, and suspicions that would one day destroy them. This was the rise of the Knights Templar, a journey from poverty to power, from a handful of warrior monks to the guardians of Christendom. In our next episode, we'll explore their wealth, their influence, and the mysterious legends that still surround them today. I thank you for watching.